Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, 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 Nam-myoho-renge-kyo.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the website where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply it to the problems of everyday life. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've had a number of questions about setting goals for various types of problems. So today I want to go through the basics of goal setting, how to set effective goals, and then cover ways of setting goals that just don't work very well. People have asked me, why do I need to set a goal? I'd rather just chant. Well, you can do that, of course. If you chant without a goal, your life will take a continuous progressive upward direction, and that's fine. But if you have a specific target you want to accomplish, it's important to set a goal. Having examined people's experience, I can see that the more specific a goal, the better the result. Think about it this way. If you were going to fly across the ocean, how would you know where you were going to end up if you didn't have a destination? When you set a goal, you're communicating with the universe and you want the message to be received. You want to demonstrate that you're serious about your goal, so make sure that you're consistent in your practice and in your SGI activities. If your goal is a big leap, up your chanting time. Daisaku Ikeda says that when you chant earnestly, your, quote, strong and focused prayer takes shape as wisdom, which in turn produces all sorts of ideas. Isn't that lovely? Your strong and focused prayer takes shape as wisdom, which in turn produces all sorts of ideas. That's from our Living Buddhism this last September, page 33. Now let's look at the components of effective goal setting. First, you want your goal to be specific. You want to show the universe what your goal will look like when it's achieved. Let's say you're remodeling a house. Have a clear vision of what you want your house to look like upon completion. You can be very specific. One practitioner set a goal like this. She wanted a new job with a specific salary and health insurance. She wanted to drive to work against the traffic and live no more than 10 minutes from the workplace. Finally, she wanted the company to pay for her college tuition and human resources. She set a time frame of 30 days. Her goal, with every specific she requested, locked in at noon on the 30th day. Secondly, see your goal as already accomplished. If you can't see it as already done, imagine yourself in the future looking back at your completed goal. Now, here are some examples of the goals that don't work really well. First, if you have an unclear goal or a vague goal, that's what you're projecting to the universe, and it's going to produce unclear or vague results. If you have hopes or wishes, this is when you hope for something but haven't yet made the decision or determination that you're going to accomplish it, no matter what. It's only when you make that decision that you've told the universe that you're serious. The third thing that doesn't work well is trying to change someone else's behavior. You can always chant for the happiness of another person, but you can't decide what they should do. You can't control their behavior by chanting. They have to make their own decisions. If you're suffering in the situation, chant to change your own karma to suffer. When that changes, the whole situation will shift. If you chant for their happiness, then events will move them in that direction. No one knows what's best for another person, and you might be in for some surprises. The fourth thing that doesn't work well is negative goals. That means chanting about the problem, not the solution. For example, let's say you want to lose weight. If you chant to lose 20 pounds, you're focusing on the problem, the fact that you're still overweight. Instead, chant for your goal weight. Then, set a determination. Let the universe know that you're going to accomplish this goal no matter what. And once you've set that determination, pay attention to anything goal-related. Things are going to come to you regarding your goal. You've started to dialogue with the universe. And when answers come, don't resist them, but ask yourself how you can use them to move forward. These could be ideas that show up during your chanting time. When I was writing Your Path to Unshakable Happiness, ideas came so fast that I took notes. Sometimes I ended up with several 8 by 11 pages covered in ideas. Ideas can come other ways too, from other people, from books, from something you see or hear. And if you're alert to anything pertaining to your goal, you'll capture them. Another way answers might come is through an internal nudge to take one path or another. That's your intuition talking and comes straight from the universe. If you make a decision to go in a certain direction but don't feel right about it, pay attention to your feelings. Then take action. Chanting alone is not enough. The universe makes connections and works through us when we take action. You may have to deal with fears or doubts, or go through all the reasons why you think something can't happen as you move forward. When you set a goal, you're pushing the envelope, so it's natural that you might have some of these feelings, but don't let them stop you. You will never get your goal if you pay attention to these feelings and back off. We're all far more capable than we realize. Another thing that can block results is negative thinking. Let's say you're chanting for a goal and you have doubts about whether you can ever get it. If you allow yourself to wallow in these doubts, not just a little thought here or there, then the doubts become your prayer. You don't want to project all those doubts to the universe, so when you become aware that you're looking at the problems or you're having doubts, quickly refocus on your completed goal, what you want. This can be really quite difficult if what's happening in your life seems to point towards your goal not being achieved. Perhaps you've been chanting for something for a long time but don't seem to be making progress. Or perhaps you're coming up to the final day of a time frame that you've set to accomplish your goal and it hasn't happened yet. We've been taught by our culture to trust what we see and hear. Now we're being asked to trust the mystic law instead. Just remember that when you chant, you're connected to the mystic law, and because of that connection, you're never deadlocked. You want to rely on it, not what appears to be happening around you. Results come from inside us to manifest outside. I think that one of the hardest things for us practitioners to realize is that our results come from the inside of us to manifest in the outer world. For any goal that's a stretch, we're going to have to change in some way. What you have today is the result of beliefs and thinking from the past. If you set a goal that's a stretch, you're going to have to change what you're doing or thinking. Perhaps you'll have to give up a defeatist attitude or take full responsibility for creating a situation. Maybe you'll have to grow in some way before you can achieve your goal. We are all very good at resisting change. That resistance can hinder our progress toward any goal. Summary. Today we looked at effective goal setting and ways of setting goals that don't work well. We looked at how answers come and the importance of taking action. We examined negative thinking and how it can hinder results. And finally, we examined the fact that we're going to have to change in some way to achieve our goal, as results come from the inside out. Here are some related links that I think you'll like. How responsible are we for our problems? Chanting, but not feeling you're getting answers from the universe? Know why it's important to master your mind. For an extended discussion on this topic, get Stepping Stones, my workbook and guide to Buddhist practice. You can get it on Amazon or on my website. And finally, I truly appreciate your comments. It's always helpful to me to know what's useful to you. And thank you so much for your support.